count. Every citizen vote count. We got to get
the one thing that I like about what he was saying, speaking with one voice, that is the best thing to do. Speak with one voice. Speak to all Alabama. Now, in Alabama, the Republican Party used hot-button issues such as abortion, other things. Right now, I wouldn't say immigration is a hot button. It's still a hot button issue because the Senate and the Congress, House of Representatives on the national level has failed. All the administration before President Barack Obama has failed to deal with immigration. They just let it go on and on and on and on. And the reason why that is, from my perspective, is that the wealthy who has the labor force want that cheap labor. They don't want to mess with it. And that's why it keeps going on and on and on. It ain't just President Barack Obama's fault. It ain't George Bush's fault. It ain't the other Bush before him fault. It's all of them fault. They've been doing it for years. It's lobbyists. They don't want to mess with it. They want it to stay just like it is. And they're using that now. The Republicans is using that now. They're using that right now to usher Trump back into office. And when they all sit on the street vice president, sit on their butts and let it get like that. All of them did it. And you know what? It's just like going down that raid in that place in Mississippi. Do you know what them folks doing? Them folks killing and cutting up chickens. Do you know that? Well, man, come on. Them folks trying to make a living. They come wherever they can get a job. Go ahead. Exactly right. They doing the work that nobody else will want to do. Let's just put it out there. Exactly. Let's put it out there. And go ahead. And the image that they're in the White House, the image that he's putting out is that these are criminals. These are taking somebody else's job. You're not taking any jobs. White folks don't want them. Black folks don't want them. I'm serious. I mean, if they get desperate enough, you'll take any kind of job. But they got other things going on. You know, I was in on this feed the other day online. I put this statement out there. Okay, now that they have went there and they did this raid there in Mississippi, and now they took these immigrants out of there. Now the jobs are open. If you want the jobs, go get them now. Nobody's running trying to go get them jobs of slacking and cutting up chickens. All right, black folks and white folks, y'all want them jobs? Go get them now. Go cut them chickens up and pack them chicken. But I'm going to tell you something. Go ahead. How these are hard-working individuals. People. These immigrants are very hard-working. Exactly. Very hard-working. And the only thing they are trying to seek asylum here to just have a better way of life for their family. Mm-hmm. They want a better way for life for their family. That's it. Now, you have these very large corporations throughout America. They go and they recruit and they hire these immigrants and put them in these factories. You know it. During the tenure, one time I was working there with as a district manager with Walmart. Walmart used to use them at night. I was where was I? I was up in Baltimore at the time. I was living there, and that was probably about maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. They started cracking down. They were coming there at night, and all of those immigrants was there waxing the floors, washing the floors, mopping the floors, and they were coming in and they started raiding them then. Again, they're doing the jobs that nobody else want to do. Those are some hard-working. And Marshall, listen, the things that Senator Jones is saying, it affects all of Alabama, all of the small communities and rural counties in Alabama, hospitals. You got it. Medicare. Trying to get. Do you know how much money we losing because we want the Medicare drawback we keep going through? We're using a lot of money.
Lot.
And
lot.
But there's another issue. The gentleman that spoke to you about Highway 21, I thought about that last night, and since we did that interview, that's a pretty powerful idea. That highway is coming straight up Highway 21. Make that a 4-lane. Man.
Yes, absolutely.
That could readily be done, man. All you got to do is hit from Atmo to Monroe.
That's it.
Atmo to Monroe.
I had this very close friend of mine, Wes Hines. We sit there and had this conversation about, we was comparing which one should have been a priority, and we looked at it, and then we was telling about Highway 21 in lieu of 84. Now, both need to be
done. Yeah.
Let's be clear. They both should have been 4 lanes already.
Yeah.
Now, we looked at all that industry there south of us, there in Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
And like I spoke with the Senator Doug Jones, we got one of the largest ports there in Mobile.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have the Airbus coming out of there. Now, that asset should have been a 4-lane from Monroe to the Atmo access to 65.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if as I stated to him, to the senator, that access needs to be 4-lane because we have to have some sort of economic growth here in Monroe. We need that. Monroe is drying up because we failed to change. Monroe, and I've noticed since I've been back and moved back here, we can't move forward because we're thinking back.
Exactly.
I'm going to say that again.
Thinking back.
Monroe cannot move forward until they stop thinking backward.
In the past, trying to live off the past.
Yes.
Trying to live off the past. They trying to capitalize money off the past. And guess what? I know exactly where you're headed with that, but listen to this. 4-lane in Highway 21 is an excellent idea so far as the evacuation route of them folks coming out of New Orleans and Florida and all them places down there on the coast. That's a powerful idea from Doug Jones, man. And I don't care if you're Republican or independent or whoever you are. You crazy if you don't think that ain't no good idea. That's great. That's life-saving. That's important for to keep people alive. The safety of people. Priority. Yeah, that's cutting-edge thinking. That's creativity. And you sitting there talking about his ideas ain't in line with the conservative views of Alabama. That's bull. You talking about the conservative old time, what you said, backwards thinking Alabama. That's what you talking about. Some other folks. That's what Merle is talking about. That's the same thing Bradley Byrne is talking about. They talking to white folks. They ain't talking to all of Alabama.
That's their target. That's their target audience.
Wake the hell up.
That's their target audience. That audience do not include us at all.
No. You need to talk to everybody and work for everybody. Be thinking about everybody. Bring jobs for everybody. And let me tell you something else. It is amazing how Monroe can bring in an eating place just like that. But why not real jobs? Huh? We got timber and cotton and cattle. That's all over Alabama. Ain't nobody going to touch that because that's a main staple of Alabama.
That's right.
And peanuts and cotton and farming. That's the main staple of Alabama. But come on. Get creative. Bring something else in here. Go ahead. I didn't want to hog it. Go ahead. I was just making some points on. I was just making points on his points. Go ahead.
If you were a CEO of a corporation and you were looking to displace one of your sister's company, and you were looking for a place to build it, and let's say you stumbled upon Monroe County, you looked at Connecticut County, Clark County. Now, first thing you want to look at is you want to look at the access into it out of the county, because you have
the infrastructure.
You got to get your resources to your company in and out on a daily basis.
That's it.
And when you're looking at a 2-lane and you talking about bringing your company here, that's a problem.
Hey, infrastructure. That's number one. I got to get in and out. I got to communicate. Like you were talking about broadband.
That is the only way that you're going to have economic growth here in Monroe County. You have to have it.
Yeah. We seem to be preaching to the choir, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
And also, not just with economic growth, but we also need that access for the infrastructure evacuation route.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get caught with our hands in the jar and not gonna be prepared. This is something that that we haven't discussed locally here in our commission meeting. The evacuation route. We just got a brand new EMA director, and nobody has mentioned an evacuation route. But I've never heard anybody even open that topic up for discussion.
I tell you what, though, I think that idea that came from that young man that just got elected, so far as 21, is an idea that needs to be brought before Sanders Smith and them. Even though the heart is set on 84, 21 is more relevant. The roads, the access, and the property on the sides of it, I believe could actually be acquired more easily with a substantial financial disbursement for those people that own property on Highway 21. I'm serious.
Absolutely. Now let me
that would be better than 84. I mean, it would be good on the. Yeah, go ahead.
That they never tapped into, and this concerning 21.
Yeah.
Do you 21. know? Do you know that a fourth of the income that people bring home here in Monroe County, it goes straight down 21 to Atmore to that casino? You understand that?
Is it? Yeah.
Now, the resource that nobody hadn't tapped into, you could get with the creeks. And there's no doubt that they will be willing to help fund that 4-way lane from Monroe to Atmore.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where most of the people's money goes, straight to that casino.
Mm-hmm. And look at Greg. That's absolutely the truth. But let's, between here and the next 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 days, let's get that bill number that he says that if it gets passed, evacuate, that ties in with the evacuation route down here, that he handled another senator out of Louisiana and it had put together in a bipartisan way. Let's get that bill number. I'm going to research it on the internet and get that bill number.
I'm going to make a note of that as we speak.
Yeah. It's setting get to be passed. Okay, go ahead with your thought, but I want to get that in.
Okay, and I'm going to move on to a similar topic as far as because it's our elected officials, because we got an election coming up in 2020, and that's right around the corner. Right around the corner. Again, citizens of Monroe County, please
fill out that census.
Fill out that census. We tend to run away from census because it asks very revealing questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend to shy away
from it. Yeah.
For different reasons, obvious reasons. But that's how we get our revenue in our county.
Plus
I was talking to a friend of mine. Now, they've started, that census training started this morning.
Mm-hmm.
There in Evergreen. They just started. I was talking to A friend of mine early this morning called and said they was en route or there for the first train. It's supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but they delayed it to 9:30. So it's